Hello, friends. Welcome back to Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations Learning Series. In today's lecture, we will try to understand the licensing and the architecture of Microsoft Dynamics 365. From the previous videos, you're all familiar that Microsoft has offered Dynamics 365 as a cloud-based system. It's called a SaaS environment, software as a service. You can tenant the application and pay on the basis of subscriptions. It can be monthly basis or annual subscriptions. Hope you are ready to enjoy this video. Let's start. Each organization is considered as a tenant, and each tenant has one or more subscriptions. And this subscription is linked to a payment setup, and each subscription will result to a separate bill. For each and every subscription, we can have virtual resources like virtual machines, storage, network, applications, and more. In our case, Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. Every tenant is linked to a single Azure account. So from this picture, you get to know an idea of how the architecture of the licensing part is working. We have organizations. Organization means tenant. Each tenant having an Azure account. Under tenant, there can be multiple subscriptions like F&O, finance and operations, customer engagement, etc. And each and every subscription is linked to a bill. This is the architecture of the cloud environment. We have Microsoft Azure Active Directory, Office 365 Admin Center, Lifecycle Services, Visual Studio Team Services, and Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance Operations. So you are familiar with the term subscriptions, licenses, tenant, Azure Active Directory. Office 365 Admin Center is a subscription management portal for administrators. So administrators can manage the users as well as the subscriptions from admin center. And lifecycle services, that is a collaboration portal that provides an environment and set of regularly updated services that can help you manage the application lifecycle of finance and operations implementations. So various topologies like development, test, build, UAT, high availability, that is managed through LCS. Azure DevOps. DevOps is known as a core version control system and a build environment system. You know that the development is actually disconnected developments. That means each and every developers are developing their applications on individual virtual machines. So once the development is complete, the code to be moved to a build environment and have an integrated testing, and from there we will now deploy into the production system or UAT system. So we need to have a build environment for that. So once the subscription is ready, you will get a one-tier application that is for build environment, and tier 2 that is for UAT, and a high availability production system. So there is a development system. In between we talked about the development system. The development system, that is a virtual environment that resembles the same as that of the cloud environment. So additionally, we have a Visual Studio development tools and other components are available for development purpose. And there is source control, team foundation server, previously known as Visual Source Safe. That is for code management, where each developer uses a separate development environment. Deployment package can be compiled and generated in the development environment and deployed to the cloud instance by using LCS. So this is actually the way DevOps is. This is actually a detailed view of the cloud architecture. There is an identity layer that is where the authentication happens. So we have Azure directory, that is actually the identity layer. There is a data layer, there is SQL as well as blob storage. In an on-premises environment, we are using SQL Server, and in a cloud environment, we are using Azure SQL for storage, and blob storage is actually for file storages. Application layer consists of core application components of D365 Finance and Operations. It composed of application components, code, metadata. This layer is composed of application platform, application foundation, application suite, etc. There's a client layer. This layer consists of client components needed to access Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. This layer caters to different form factors such as web browser, mobile devices, etc. Development tools. This layer consists of tools and framework to enable further enhancements and customizations. Visual Studio is an exclusive IDE for development. Visual Studio contains the necessary project templates, element designs, and code editor, etc. And then LCS. This layer already we discussed. So this is actually the complete architecture of the cloud environment. Hope you understood everything. Thank you.